Hi, thanks for joining me. This is Angie at Chicken Scratch. This is the project we're making today. Aren't they so cute? These were made during Facebook Friday 47, so if you want to watch the really long version, it's over there on my website, or the link is, or on my Chicken Scratch business page. I'm just going to make a really short video for you guys over here on YouTube. Okay, Bundle of Love Designer Series paper. This is in the annual catalog, and the opposite side all has gold. So if you're looking for an anniversary or something that calls for gold, all these sheets in that pack of paper, the opposite side is gold. We're also using Very Vanilla, and I need to get a piece of Powder Pink or Blushing Bride, and then also the Myth and Magic Glimmer paper. We've got Blushing Bride or Powder Pink. This is Blushing Bride, but I kept calling it Powder Pink, so we'll see which one we like when we get the ribbon added, okay? So we'll move this out of the way. The first thing you're going to do is fold it in half. Okay, if you want to score it, you would score it at 4.5. So fold it in half, and then you're going to take a pencil and you're going to make a tick mark on the opposite side. So since this measures 4 inches, we want to make a tick mark at the halfway point, which is 2 inches. And you guys have seen me make this triangle box in a couple different sizes, but they've normally been really small sizes. So I altered this so that it could be bigger, and it almost measures 4 inches, so it will hold a lot of candy in there. Okay, now that I've made the little tick mark, I'm going to take my ruler and I'm going to line it up with the tick mark to the edge of the cardstock or the Designer Series paper, and I'm going to take my stylus and then score it. Okay, and I want the shorter end, which is this tiny ball end, so that it makes a little deeper of a score. And then I'm going to do the same thing over here. So I'm going to line it up with the tick mark and line it up with the edge. And remember, this is the opposite. This is the inside of the box, so the tick mark is not going to be shown until someone opens it. You could always use a pencil or an erasable pen. And one more. Okay, now we're going to fold on those score lines. And now let's fold them back the other direction, because that's the side we want out. Okay, so it's going to fold just like that. Okay, so you're going to put your loot in there before you close it. That gives you an idea. And you want to make sure that the sides both go back in the same direction. So this one's going back that way. You wouldn't want to do it like that, okay? So you want to make sure they both go in the same direction. So now I'm going to get the hole punch, 1/8 circle punch, and I'm going to make a hole for the ribbon. So right there, and then making sure that I've got this flap going back in the same direction. I'm going to do it over here. Okay, now we're going to add our ribbon. This is powder pink ribbon, so that's why I said that we're going to decide which color we want to use for the circle once we get the ribbon added. So I'm just going to thread the ribbon. Okay. This ribbon's a little bit thicker than the blue ribbon. I can't remember if that's Pool Party or Soft Sky ribbon. Okay, so now I'm just going to tie it up here at the top. So like I said Friday, this was a project I came up with for Easter. It's a cute little bear. It's using the We Must Celebrate stamp set, which I love. It is my free card class for the month of February, so we're almost at the end of February. Okay, there's our ribbon. Pretty darn cute, isn't it? Now, we need to decide about which color cardstock we want to cut our circles in. So, do we want powder pink or do we want Blushing Bride? I'm going to stick with the powder pink. I like the little softer of a color. So we're going to be using the Layer in Circles framelits for these two. I'll set those aside and we'll use them when we get the Big Shot out. So I'm going to stamp the bear, he makes me laugh, with Memento ink. And then we'll give him a second to dry before we color him. And we're going to stamp We Must Celebrate with Early Espresso ink. And I'm going to do that over here on the side opposite. Okay, so I'm going to be using the light Calypso Coral and the light Pink Purette. And I'm going to start with the light Calypso Coral, and I'm just going to trace just a little bit. Okay, now I'm going to take the light Pink Purette and I'm just going to blend it. And be careful when you're blending with the light Pink Purette. That's the only one that sometimes can be a little tricky. I'm going to come back in here in just a minute and blend that a little bit more, but I want to first let it dry. So I'm going to move over to the dark Crumb Cake and do the same thing. Just do a little bit of tracing around the edge. Okay, that's pretty good. Now we'll come in with the light. Okay, now all I want to do is do a little bit more to kind of blend this in, because it was kind of a bit too much of a contrast. I should have traced a little bit thinner of a line. I could come in with the color lifter if I'm not happy with it, but I'm good. I'm going to take the 2-inch circle punch and cut him out, just making sure he's in the middle. And while I've got this in my hand, I'm going to go ahead and cut out the greeting with the classic label punch. I'm going to get the Big Shot, and while I get the Big Shot, don't forget, head over to my project, leave a comment to enter win this on this project, and I'm going to draw a winner. And this week, or this video, it's going to be a surprise of what I'm sending. My last video, I showed you what you were getting. This one is going to be a surprise. Okay, so I've got the Big Shot magnetic platform, cutting pad, and I'm going to take the powder pink and cut out the smaller scallop circle. So that's like 2 1/4, because the circle was 2 inches, remember? And then I'm going to take the Myth and Magic glimmer paper and cut out the larger scallop circle, which is, I believe, 2 3/4. I'm not sure I showed you guys the stamp set, so here it is. It's so stinking cute. Okay, here's our pieces. Let's bring everything back in here. Put these over here for you to admire. Okay, we're going to pop this one up with a dimensional. And then this one's going to get attached with glue dots, because we're attaching it to the glimmer paper and we need some super duper strong adhesive. We don't want this to fall apart. And we're going to attach this also with dimensionals. And how did I attach the greeting? Just with a glue dot. So we'll add that first. Put that at the bottom. You can center it if you want to, or you can just put it off to the side. Except it really needs more than one glue dot. There we go. Perfect. So cute. Okay, so there they both are. Or all three, I should say. More than one right there. I have another size too, so I'll be sharing that soon. Have a great day. Thanks a lot. Bye.